what's up guys? Welcome to podcast Anggi and
Fiza.
so sit back, relax and let's get into the conversation. My name is Anggi Lydia Zalfa and this is my friend.
My name is Afriza Nidana.
We are from class 444B05 and my name 442413009.
And my name 4124104.
Enjoy for watching Miss.
A few moments later.
Welcome back to Campus Talk, where we discuss interesting topic about student life. I'm Anggi.
Hello everyone, I'm Afriza Nidana and today we are going to talk about something we see almost every day on campus. People smoking in non-smoking area.
That's right. Many universities have implemented smoke-free campus policies, but some students are ignorant them. Why do you think this happened?
Well, some smokers say that something helps them reduce stress or relax after class. However, many studies show that smoking in the public area affects not only smoker but also people around them without secondhand smoke.
A few inches later.
Exactly. Research also explain second-hand smoke can increase the risk of respiratory disease, heart problems, and other health issues. So even if someone chooses to smoke, other students should have to breathe the smoke.
I totally agree. Another interesting study found that after university introduced tobacco-free campus policies, the number of students exposed to second-hand smoke decreased significantly.
That's great news. It means the policy is extremely working. Besides protecting health, smoke-free campus also creates a cleaner and more comfortable learning environment.
Yes, imagining walking to class and smelling fresh air instead of cigarette smoke, it would definitely make the campus more enjoyable for everyone.
One eternity later.
So people argue that banning smoking limits personal freedom. What do you think about them?
I think everyone has right, but those rights should not harm other people. If smoking affects the health and comfort of the others, then public rules become necessary.
Good point. Researchers also mentioned the successful smoke-free policy factor awareness, education, and support from students, not just warning sick.
That's true. If students understand the reason behind the rules, they are more likely to follow them instead of breaking them.
Another benefit is environmental protection. Cigarette butts are one of the most common types of litter found on university campuses, and they take care to the campuses.
I didn't know that, so by not smoking on campus, we are protecting in both people, health and the environment.
Exactly, small action can create a big difference. Respecting campus rules also show respect for fellow students, lecturers, and staff.
If someone wants to quit smoking, university can also provide counseling service or smoking concession program instead of simply giving punishment.
I like that idea. Support and education can be more effective than critics.
So our message today is simple. Smoking-free campus is healthier, cleaner, and safer place for everyone.
Thank you for listening to Campus Talk. Remember, respecting no smoking policy means respecting the people around you.
See you in the next episode. Stay healthy and have a wonderful day. Bye bye. Hello everyone, welcome back our podcast. In this episode, we're diving into something highlight relevant to our daily life, especially for those of you who are still university student. We have a special guest with us today, Angie, who recently went viral on social media with tweet about the use of EA on campus. Hello Angie.
Hello, Friza. Wow, thank you so much for having me. I'm really happy to be here to chat and share some thoughts.
You're welcome, Angie. Let's get right into it. Lately, if noticed so many our peers using EA tools like GPT to handle assessment work on there. This and even some race academy journalists, in your opinion, in the use of EA on campus, blessing or a curse for the world of education?
Wow, that's the $1,000,000 question. If you ask me, whether it's a blessing or a curse, my personal answer is it's both. It really depends on how we ask it.
That's interesting. Could you elaborate on that, Angie? What do you mean?
Well, the rise of artificial intelligence or AI is inevitable if we ask it correctly. AI acts like a personal assistant. It can help us brainstorm ideas for papers, some legislative texts, or serve as a discussion partner when looking for reference. In this sense, AI really boosts the efficiency of our study time.
That's true, but many leaders worry that EA make students lazy thinkers or even lead to covert plagiarism. What do you think, Andy?
That's the downside of it, Afriza. The lecture conference are completely valid. The dangerous areas when a student asks AI as shortcut for intense getting an instant assessment and simply pasting the prompt into AI without reviewing, analyzing, or paraphrasing the output. If the critical thinking process is replaced by a machine, the quality of your university graduate could suffer. After all, the sense of university education is learning to analyze problems, not just seeking instant answers.
I totally agree, Angie. So TK is not banning EA, but rather the students' own mindset and ethics. In your opinion, what needs to change about the way students currently view this?
Exactly, we saw a few AI as partner or a discussion companion. You use AI to verify our arguments, not to construct the main argument itself. For instance, we call create our own assessment our time first, then ask AI for feedback or a grammar check. Our campus is actually already moving in that direction, enjoying the responsible use of AI.
Wow, that's really mind-blowing. So IEA is like a knife in the hands of a skill chef. It creates an extremely this, but in the wrong hand, it can cause self-injury.
That's spot on analogy, Afriza. The bottom line is don't let AI take offer our critical thinking students use technology to sharpen our creativity, not stiff in.
This is Anggi. Wow, I can't believe how long we've been chatting. To our listeners, with your take on EA on campus, are you team use EA usually on or you team anti EA? Feel free to drop your comments. Anggi, thanks so much for stopping by.
You're welcome, Afriza. It was a pleasure having such a productive discussion today.
Alright everyone, don't forget to follow this podcast and look forward to more exciting conversation in the next episode. Anggi and I are signing off.
Bye-bye, guys. Thank you for watching, Miss. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.